Good morning, everybody. Good morning to my beautiful soul tribe, my divine feminines, my divine masculines, my star seeds, and anybody who feels welcome to come in and watch this, or guided, I should say. You are welcome. um, I was sort of thinking this morning about what I wanted to talk about, or rather, what God wanted me to talk about. Um, and poverty kept coming into my mind, and then I have been thinking of offering kind of a very cheap sort of community program using this book called The Abundance Book. I'm thinking I'm going to start this in the new year. So if you feel guided and you would want to join me along for a 40-day program. So what I was thinking is there's 10 principles in this book, and you run through them 4 times, and you can't take a break. You have to keep working on the statements every day. So what I was the idea I was thinking was get people to sign up. I haven't figured out the monetary amount yet. It'll be very small though, because I really want this to be accessible to a lot of people. And then I thought once a week we can all get together on a call, some type of a Zoom call or something, where we discuss the principle that we focused on for the week, and we talk about what that statement meant to us, and we can share breakthroughs, because this book changed my life when it came to abundance. I would highly recommend, if you can afford it, go out and buy it, have it ready for when we begin this. Because this book changed my life. This book changed my life and how I saw money, how I related to money. Um, I manifested large sums of money twice after using this book. Sadly, though, I wasn't ready to hold the frequency of a lot of money back then. So although this book helped me manifest it, that money slipped through my fingers. So that brings me to the message this morning. And I did a card of the day on my Instagram channel. And funny enough, the card of the day was, whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. This was the card. And this card, I feel, is so tied into the subject of poverty and lack, because this was something that was holding me back. This was part of it. I was so angry. I was so angry at men. I was so angry at the world. I was angry at God. So my anger tied in with my deep-rooted unworthiness from all of my childhood woundings. It wouldn't allow me to hold money in my hands. I didn't feel worthy of it. I wasn't vibrating and aligning with it. And I think it's really important to touch on forgiveness too, because if you're walking around carrying all this anger in your heart towards anybody in your life or anything, that's blocking you from receiving the abundance that you desire, because you're not aligned with that frequency. It is such a light, beautiful frequency, the frequency of money and abundance. And anger is not in that recipe. So I think this is the first step. If you are someone that is struggling with your finances, that can never seem to get enough in your bank account, you're constantly feeling like you don't have enough, you're in fight or flight mode all the time, maybe this is Spirit's way of saying this is where you need to start. Forgiving is where you need to start. And be honest with yourself. Like, really take an honest look at yourself and say, where do I need to forgive? Do I need to forgive myself, maybe? Do I need to forgive another person that's wronged me, that I'm holding on to so ferociously and wishing all these bad things on that person? That's not going to align you with the abundance that you seek, because everything you wish on another person, you're actually wishing it back on yourself. And that was a really powerful thing that I learned along the way with the spiritual gurus that I've worked with, or not gurus, but they're shamans, and they're enlightened people who have been studying these things for a long time. And that was a huge piece I learned from them, that whatever you are wishing on your soul brother or sister in the world, you're actually making that come back onto you. So please take an honest look at yourself and say, where do I need to forgive? Because this is going to be a huge piece in switching your vibration to one that attracts abundance and all the goodness that you want. And the second piece of that, like I said, is worthiness. So if you have a lot of childhood woundings or a lot of past trauma that you haven't dealt with, that you're like, I'm fine, it happened a long time ago, I don't need to deal with it, you do. And if you have that past trauma that you're not dealing with, and you're one of those people that constantly sees their bank account at a very low amount or nothing at all, this is for you. This video is for you. It's urging you to go find somebody to help you do the work. Get a therapist, get a trauma therapist, work with somebody that you can trust to heal these past wounds and work on that forgiveness piece. And those two things combined, I believe, are the biggest blocks to why people are not achieving the abundance that they desire. So let me see, where do I want to go? You know what? I don't use this deck a lot. I think I need to keep going with the fairy deck though. I'm feeling very connected to this deck all of a sudden. So I'm going to pull from this deck, and then I'm going to pull from Ask Your Guides. Spirit, what are the additional messages that you would like me to give to this collective in regards to the subject of lack? Okay. So get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Yeah. Exercise is a huge part of my self-care routines. I have a morning routine that I do every day that involves meditation, journaling, a gratitude list. It's more just a check-in with my feelings. And then I always go to the gym after work. And it's just part of my self-care routine. And if you're wanting to align with abundance, that's part of it. You have to start taking care of yourself, your surroundings. Something that just came to me is your outer world is an indication of what the inner world is. So not to call anybody out, and this used to be me, but if your surroundings are filthy dirty, you've got clothes all over the floor, there's dishes in the sink, that is a pretty good indication that your insides are also in chaos. And that would be a pretty big sign for me that you've got to do some work on yourself to heal the thing within you that is comfortable with that chaos, with the chaos around you and the chaos within. So the next card is your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. Yeah. You know what? And maybe this little class that I'm going to start is your sign that when you finish this, you are going to align with the abundance that you seek. And, maybe that's why I was guided to make this video today for people out there that are struggling. And there's so many, and I'm just cleaning up the mess of, my finances. But I was in the position where there was nothing left, and I had nothing to give myself, let alone anybody else. But I think if you take my suggestions and you do the work on yourself, a lot of things are going to change. And yeah, the next card out is love life. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. And I'm honestly thinking maybe your anger is towards a past person, like a past relationship. And that was my situation. I was carrying around so much anger towards the man that I thought was my twin flame, for rejecting me, for not giving back to me, for ghosting me, for choosing another woman over me. There was so many things that I felt so much anger for, but it was holding me back. It was holding me back from all of the beautiful things that I was trying to have in my life, because I was holding all this anger towards him. And I wasn't able to let it go until recently. So, I think this card is coming out for a couple of reasons. It's coming out to maybe call you out and say, you need to get honest with yourself. And maybe you're holding on to some anger from a past relationship that is preventing you from stepping forward into the abundant life that God wants for you. God wants all of us to live abundantly. That is our natural state of being. It's distorted masculine energy and governments and people who want to control us and keep us down that have taught us differently, that have taught us that we are not powerful beings, that we are not unlimited beings. They want to keep us in poverty because that's the way to control us. If they keep us in fear, they can control us. And I don't know about you, but I'm done with that shit. No one's going to control me anymore. I took power over my life and over my destiny, and I will achieve the abundance that I know I'm worth. And it's already starting. I'm already seeing the results of this flowing into my life. And now I really want to give this back to you guys. I really want to help you heal, help you overcome the blocks that are stopping you from achieving the abundance that I know the universe wants you to have. And maybe new love will come in too. I'm feeling that with this card. Like, you know, your desire is within reach, and love life. Like, maybe it's new love that you're desiring, and the anger you're holding on to towards this past person is actually the thing that's holding you back from meeting this new person. So like, I'm going to urge you to take an honest look at yourself, you know, really journal it, look at it. You don't even need to talk about it with another person, or you're welcome to email me. It's cosmicgoddesshealing@gmail.com. I have it in the description box of my channel. If you're feeling like you're stuck and you just need a little bit of advice, I'm more than happy to provide a bit of advice for you or a bit of encouragement for you. So, you know, please reach out. If you're like, I don't want to tell anybody else this, I need to out myself, I need to take some accountability, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always pretty open to communication with people on my channel. So Spirit, why did you guide me to the Ask Your Guides deck? What is the additional messages that you have for my viewer today in regards to lack and forgiveness? Okay. So the first card out is Discontent Muses. Yeah, this feels very toxic to me. This card feels almost like the Devil card in the traditional tarot deck. This feels like addictions, obsessive behaviors, and maybe that's you. And maybe, like, I mean, I was becoming pretty obsessive with that twin flame person. You know, I'm not even embarrassed to share it. This is about me being authentic, and my authentic truth is, for a period of time, I was becoming very obsessive with watching love readings, needing to know, is he coming back, needing to know what he was thinking. So it was a bit of that's where my addiction came out. You know, I don't use drugs anymore, but my addiction does still come out in other ways. And it was these unhealthy behaviors, and maybe Spirit's calling you out and saying, take a look at the unhealthy behaviors you might be moving through right now, because these are also blocking you from the abundance that you seek. Suffering, divine teachers. You know, I think there's a purpose to why we go through this, and you chose this. You chose this experience before coming here. I strongly believe we choose important moments in our life to experience for the purpose of soul growth. And I believe that you chose poverty as part of your experience because it's going to help you with something. And maybe you needed to experience this suffering because, like me, you are being guided to step out and be seen in the world and offer help to others. And you know, that's why I started this channel. Is I'm seeing so much sadness, addiction, homelessness. I just watched this video the other day about mole people living underground in Las Vegas. Like, I was blown away watching this YouTube video. It's insane to me how many humans are just so discarded in the world, and it breaks my heart. So I started this channel because I wanted to offer hope to people, hope that didn't cost them anything. They didn't have to pay thousands of dollars to have access to. I wanted to offer free hope to people, to empower you, to show you that you don't have to be controlled by your circumstances. you actually have the power to lift yourself out of those lower circumstances like lack. Um, so another card is purpose, master teacher. Oh my God. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is what I was just talking about, that you chose to go through this suffering for a reason, for your purpose. This is my purpose. I know I chose addiction. I know I chose all of the abuse I went through as a child. I chose those things because it was leading me to my greater purpose, so that people could resonate with me, so that people could understand that I know their suffering, I know their pain, and I'm now using this and I'm following my guidance, and I'm following the yellow brick road towards my purpose, and I'm living it now. And maybe that's what you're being called to do. And that's where your abundance lives, is if you would just step out and follow the yellow brick road to your purpose, and risk. I think this card came out in yesterday's reading, or the reading where it was like, come out of your cave or something. Um, there's so much joy waiting for you if you would just take the risk and walk through the fear. Being fearless has been a big part of this journey for me, choosing to step forward in a fearless energy, even though I'm terrified, and I still am. Making these videos and posting my whole life on here is terrifying, but I am seeing so much beautiful support from all of the people that are watching me. I'm watching my subscribers grow. It's really beautiful, and you have no idea how much it means to me. The gratitude I feel in my heart, even when I get one extra subscriber, because it's telling me that my messages are hitting home for somebody. And I always said, even if this channel only ever reached one person in the world, I would be happy with that. And I truly, truly mean that. So I'm not going to make this a long one today. I think the message is loud and clear. It's time to take an honest inventory of yourself. Take a look at yourself. Look at where you're holding anger. Look at where you're not forgiving yourself or others, and find someone you can work through with these things with, because these are probably going to be your biggest blocks. And like, stay away from the unhealthy behaviors, the unhealthy addictions, obsessive behaviors, obsessively watching love readings like I was, or obsessively checking in on someone's social media. You need to stop these things, because these are actually just draining your energy and putting more blocks up to you achieving the vibrational state that you want, which is one of love and abundance and gratitude. That's the frequency you need to get on if you truly want to be aligned with money and abundance. So if you feel that this would be helpful to you, and you think like you'd want to join this, I don't even care. Truthfully, I would just want at least 3 people to be a part of this for me to make this worth my time, because I'm going to invest time once a week to meet with you guys, to discuss this. I'm thinking Sunday is probably the most ideal day for me to meet with you guys. And I'll take time zones into my, oh my God, why can't I think of the damn word? I will take the time zones into consideration. Thank you, Spirit. Into consideration when I figure out what time we're going to meet on a Sunday. But if you are struggling with like lack and not having enough, and you feel like you're in constant fight or flight mode when it comes to money, please let me know. Please message me on this channel. Please send me an email, because I'm thinking I'm going to start this in January. Let's get through the holidays. I know it's a tough time for people, but let's just get through the holidays, and then maybe starting in January, let's start the 2026 right. Let's get into the vibration and the frequency of money. I'll kind of maybe start out with a class together online, so that we can go through the history of, where money started. And I think it's important to understand that piece. I urge you to go buy the book if you can afford it. If you can't, don't worry. I will make sure to post whatever it is you need from the book. I'll make sure you get the 10 principles. There's also a little contract that we do together at the beginning to keep ourselves accountable and committed to one another. So if you would like to join this, again, it might be like, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet, like $10 a week. Like there's going to be 4 weeks, or like it might be just a $50 commitment type of thing. So it's $10, you know, for the live sessions with me, because I have to charge something for my time, which is hard for me. It's a struggle for me, because I wish I could just give everything for free, but I can't. And I do have to value my time and my energy, but I want to make it affordable for people. So it'll probably be like $50 Canadian, for the whole thing, which is, like I said, it's a 40-day program, and we will meet once a week. Actually, we'll meet 5 times, because I'll meet with you at the very beginning to kind of introduce what this is, and then we're going to meet once a week at the end of every week to discuss the principles. So yeah, let me kind of sort it out, but let me get it some engagement first. If you want this, if you think this would be beneficial to you, please let me know, and please send me an email to express your interest so I can start compiling kind of a list of registrants. And then once I have more of the details sorted out and which platform I'm going to use to host the live meetings, I'll send an email out to all of the people that were interested. So yeah, if you could email me, actually, you're more than welcome to comment here too, but please just send me an email, cosmicgoddesshealing@gmail.com. You can find that email address in the description box as well. I love you guys. I hope this helps someone out there. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.